Welcome to another episode of the Strategies for the Workplace podcast. Before getting into the article, just a quick reminder that the book from which these articles are taken is now available on Amazon in print and digital Kindle format. Search for Strategies for the Workplace by Jeffrey Kahn. The book has over 220 articles and is a great way to get all the material without having to wait for the weekly podcasts. And now, on to this week's article. Structured Thinking 2x2. Organizing your thinking and expressing it in an easy-to-digest form can help you or a team turn something muddled into something clear. Don't be afraid to use a very simple format, and the humble 2x2 diagram can help. Let's say you must choose between two expenditures, one low and one high, and there are two outcomes, success or failure. Rather than simply talking about this, make the conversation concrete and visual by drawing a basic picture. With two rows, one labeled low, one labeled high, two columns, one labeled failure, one labeled success, and make that form a 2x2 or 4 boxes diagram. The point is not whether this analysis is sophisticated enough. The point is that now you have a picture with which folks can talk about specific scenarios in an organized way, where everyone is clear about what is under discussion. Let's apply this. There are many situations that will boil down to a small number of choices and a small number of outcomes. Since keeping track of which choice and outcome is under discussion can get confusing, with even a small number of each, use the picture to get and stay organized. Pretend you are trying to decide to expand a business by pursuing more customers, and you've determined that partnering will give you the capacity you need. Over time, you will either confirm the market is real and ramp up in-house staff, or discover there is no market. For now, partnering is the way to go. A challenge can be deciding which kinds of customers you want to keep for yourself and which to offload onto partners. Obviously, you want to deal with the best customers, but let's organize our thinking a bit. Customers are either easy to handle, low maintenance, etc., or they are relatively more work. Also, some customers are going to be good sources of income over time, and others will be one and done or a lot of work for little or no payoff. Now you want to discuss which customers to keep and which to serve through partners. There are 3 approaches you might want to take. 1, offload only the high effort, low payoff ones to the partner. 2, keep only the ones that are low effort. Or 3, keep only the best. Here's another example. Let's say there are 2 courses available for some subject. The first is a basic level, the second is advanced. Which should you take? What is the best use of your time? Note you are allowed to take the basic and then the advanced, but you must get a good grade in the advanced course to gain certification. You can take each course at most once per year. Hopefully there will be a syllabus, placement test, sample material, or some other way to help you decide. Another tool is to ask what would happen under different conditions. Set up a 2x2. If you take the basic course and it winds up being easy, its burden will be light. There is a risk you will be bored, an unproductive use of your time, or the overall effort would have been completed faster if you jumped right away to the advanced course. If you take the basic course and it winds up being hard, you made the right choice. Starting with the advanced material would have been a bad idea. If you take the advanced course and it winds up being easy, its burden will be light and you're done quickly. If you take the advanced course and it winds up being hard, you would have been better off with the basic course. You run the risk of doing poorly, in which case you may want to go back and take the basic course. Whether you do that or not, you have to wait a year to take the advanced one again. This example is not the issue. The important thing is the gaming out process. For each of the 4 boxes, assign some value for the outcome. perhaps a positive value for a good outcome and a negative value for a poor one. The critical takeaway here is that the systematic consideration of what if things go right and what if things go wrong may show you a path forward. The point is not which you choose, but that you have a way to manage the discussion around approaches. You can extend this approach to other small numbers of alternatives, and there is no need for the number of rows to equal the number of columns.